Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Norwegian campaign. So let's see, I decided to evacuate the Virgin Islands because the Spanish are coming here, but it does seem like the battleships are actually leaving me alone. So maybe I will just have these two return to port. Like so. And we're gonna send them some reinforcements in the form of an armored cruiser. The Austrian-built Lustenau. I need to rename these Austrian ships soon. So now then, let's see. We've got the main battle fleet heading out here to fight either the Germans or maybe the French. We can send these out to support as well. Midgard is being repaired. She's not going to be ready until next month. We got these three torpedo boats heading out here to hopefully engage this French battleship. That might be an interesting fight. Now, I have read some comments both on my videos and on Brother Munro's Discord, and people seem to like this ship, the Thor, which I would consider kind of a failed design. It is the best I could manage on this hull, but this hull is kind of, it is a bit special. Yeah. For some reason, just didn't fit any proper main guns on the aft here, so one double main gun turrets and a bunch of secondaries. That's it. That's what it's got. And also, I did check the upgrade mark function in the refit. Sadly, the Mark II 9-inch guns, they just don't fit on the Valhalla class. The turrets are too big, so these are gonna remain with Mark I turrets throughout their service life. Which, I mean, for the time being, they work fine. But being early campaign, yeah, they're gonna be obsolete in not too long. That's just how it goes. But we're gonna build one of these. It's not good. I don't think it's a very good design, but it does look interesting, and that in itself is well, that is something. So worth building just for that. Now let's head on to October and see what kind of battles we get. Should be a big one here against one of these enemy fleets, and hopefully a torpedo boat encounter with the French battleship. That would be interesting. Let's go. Alright. Here we go. Convoy battle. Jofer is defending 9 transports. No, that's not a convoy battle, that's a strike battle. Never mind. No defense against enemy. We do have a defense. It's Jofer fighting 2 Italian, Spanish light cruisers and a torpedo boat. So let's fight it out. And it's a storm. Alright then. Southeast. Let's go see if we can find the enemy. There they are. It seems like view ranges in the Dreadnought Improvement Project have been slightly increased over vanilla. Which is good. because if this was vanilla, then I would not be spotting these ships at this range at all. So that's kind of nice. Torpedoboat Dragonera. And yeah, with the weather, accuracy is gonna be really bad. But that goes for both sides. What kind of torpedo range do you have? 400 meters. My transports are taking damage though. Do my transports have guns? No. Unarmed. Is he gonna launch a torpedo at the transport? Possibly. Are we getting into a torpedo duel with the Spanish cruisers? Also possibly. My 2 torpedoes are going out. We're getting 1 torpedo coming in. Could not dodge it. No, that took a big chunk out of my ship. But we took a big chunk out of the Isabel Francesca as well. Yeah, not much I can do about that torpedo boat. Luckily, it's not being too effective at fighting my transports. If only my transports were armed. And neither side is hitting much in the weather. Enemy torpedo coming in. It missed. But my 2 torpedoes hit. And both enemy light cruisers are now quite heavily crippled. Poor transport. Turn my torpedoes off, or I'm just gonna launch into my own transport, and that will not be good. Now it should be safe. Two more torpedoes going out. Dud torpedo. Not dud torpedo. Let's try and not take hits from their return torpedoes. If I can avoid it. Easier said than done. They're gonna ram the transport. Maybe the transport will get a kill here. Fine by me. That works. If only the torpedo boat would do the same. While I try to hunt down the Isabel Francisca. There it is. Doing 7.3 knots. I cannot catch it. It's got heavier guns than me, but I've got more armor and more heft. If I can only score some good hits, then that would be nice. Maybe we're just gonna have to leave that one alone and go for the torpedo boat before it slaughters the entire convoy. Go for is a strong term when I'm plodding along at 5 knots. How's the torpedo boat on ammunition? Yeah, they got plenty of ammo. Plenty of ammo, but they don't seem to be hitting much. It would be nice if I could get lucky and it would ram itself on the transport, like that light cruiser did. Never mind, Isabel is coming closer. So we're probably gonna have to take mutual torpedoes again. At 9 kilometers, well, this kind of slow speed, are not really gonna be 9 kilometers. I'll say 0.9 kilometers, 900 meters. Not really gonna be doing much dodging. Have we lost any transports yet? Actually no. Not even the one that rammed the light cruiser, the Aegir. Very lackluster gunnery from both sides. It's just the torpedoes that are magically unaffected by the storm. Okay, so I should be getting good angles for my torpedoes here. There they go. Two good hits, and that is one dead light cruiser, which did not have the angles to launch back at my cruiser. Now, what can I do about the about the torpedo boat? Not a whole lot. Is it even in range? No. I got 5 kilometer range on my 6-inch guns. Is it just gonna run out of ammunition before before I can catch it? I'm slowly getting closer. Until it decides to speed up again. And sail around without hitting anything. I'm just gonna end it here, because I'm not catching that thing. Yeah. Was as good as victory as I think I could get. Alright. Clash of Fleets. 3 torpedo boats versus 1 Republique class battleship. French one. Never seen these before. Let's see what they're like. Let's go. Alright, enemy smoke spotted north. I'm gonna detach raider. So I can have two groups. Moving in from two sides. Before I do anything else, let's take a look. 16.2 knots. I mean, that looks like a decent battleship. It seems to be a decent battleship. Yeah. Secondary armament. Bunch of 4.6 and 3.2 inch guns. And of course the main armament is two double 11.1s. And she's coming closer. Once I get a little bit closer, I'm gonna use my my smoke screen. .16-inch torpedoes should be able to do some damage against an 1890s battleship. And she is firing at raider. Should have popped that smoke a second earlier, might have avoided that hit. But we're still making decent speed. Raider will be the first to launch, I'm pretty sure. There goes one torpedo. Dud. Here comes another one. Let's have you detach as well. The angle here is not amazing. But we do score a torpedo hit. Hottie overshot the target, but she can turn around, come back. Embla is good to go. Raider, a little bit damaged, not too bad. And now the Ocean is flooding, and her engine is out. So she's going to be a bit easier to get torpedoes on. So I want to get around and get like flat shots into her broadside. I want to launch at her bow. So if you hit at a sharp angle, got a much higher chance of the torpedoes being duds. There they go. Let's see now if that worked. Ah, we're gonna get one. Embla is almost reloaded. She can come back. Raider has reloaded. Can also come back. Turning radius on these torpedo boats is not as good as it should be, but with steam steering and all that, it kind of is what it is. Ocean still firing back effectively. There we go. Getting that aft torpedo tube to traverse as well. One torpedo. Dud. Come on, the other one. Please. There we go. Not the angle I wanted. It's a dud as well. Here comes Raider. Another dud torpedo. 3 duds in a row. This one has a better angle. It is not a dud. And it does cause some great flooding on Ocean. This is going to be enough to sink it, though. Not sure. Embla has 1 torpedo left. Might be enough to sink it. And at least now she seems to be healed over so much that she cannot fire. So I should have an easier time of actually getting my torpedoes off at a good angle. Just pumping it out again. Reload time on these single 16-inch tubes, not too bad. Raider is almost ready again. Raider is ready again. 1 torpedo. Good angle. Here comes Embla. 2nd torpedo. Good. Poor French battleship getting just hounded. By torpedo boat. Embla has launched. Hey, Hottie has launched. More torpedo hits. And down she goes. That was a pretty good torpedo boat versus battleship battle, I think. I'm very happy with that result. Now, there's also a convoy battle. But where's my big fleet battle that I wanted? I got another... it's Midgard again. Once again fighting 5 German light cruisers. Seen that before. Okay, are we gonna fight the French or the Germans? The Germans will have 4 battleships, 10 armored cruisers, and 12 torpedo boats when these two task forces combine. The French, also quite the combined task force with 11 light cruisers. Let's see if I can get a good victory against the French. And force them to surrender, maybe. I'll send these back to port. Where did the other torpedo boat go? Who knows, really? There was one that took a bit of damage. Raider, Stockholm. No. There's no torpedo boat in Stockholm. Strange. Okay. Anyway. Let's see what the Spanish have here. 1 torpedo boat trying to do a naval invasion. As long as they don't get involved with all of this stuff here, I think I might be able to hold the Virgin Islands. And that should give me more victory points over the Spanish. And that should give me at least some kind of victory. But first, let's do the convoy battle here. Versus 5 German light cruisers. We've done that before. So, I know it's possible. But I hear thunder. And it's another storm. So, just because it's possible... doesn't mean we're gonna do it this time. It's gonna be difficult to take out those light cruisers before they get in here with their torpedoes. Let's see, when do I spot them? Southwest, there they are. I think this time I'm gonna take the end battle as soon as it's available. Yeah, then again, they are limited to 13.4 knots now because of the sea state. Just get some good hits on the lead cruiser. This time I don't have torpedoes to strike back with. I do have enough armor to just ignore their guns though, but... Three kilometers. Chance to hit is 1%. Yeah, it's minus 40 for stormy weather, minus 80 for rough sea waves. Stormy weather and calm wind. Don't know how that works. Could get a little bit closer maybe. Please focus the one ship you were shooting at. Don't switch targets. These two are going for the transports. Once again, unarmed. There we go. Good engine hit on Geyer. And another one. Maybe that will be enough to put it down. Starting to be spotted while turning away. Yes, I need to get in between here and save some of these transports. That's a lot of funnels per ship. How much ammo are you carrying? Lots. So them running out of ammo, probably not gonna happen anytime soon. Okay, they're turning to sail parallel. That's nice of them. There we go, conning tower damaged. Let's take care not to get too close now. Because these have 3 torpedoes per broadside. And I have 0. But if I can stay at like 2 kilometers, between 1.5 and 2 kilometers, that might be good. Okay, we do have the end battle option now. I want to get a nice thumbnail though before I end it. As nice as it can be with these kind of janky waves. There we go. I don't think I'm going to be sinking any of these. Not with 3% accuracy at 1.7 kilometers. So I'm just going to be grateful that the game gave me that option. And take it. And we're going to see if we can get that big battle instead. Yeah, let's see. Research. Cruiser design. Now we're getting anything nice here. Armored Cruiser 2. Alright. And then back to big guns. I unselected the big guns because it's what's going to be 1 month anyway for the Mark II 11-inch guns. Which I saw the British also got. Yes. So I'm tied with the British for big gun research. Which is probably one of the most important techs. Well, that and getting dreadnoughts, but I don't want to rush dreadnoughts because I want to enjoy the pre-dreadnought gameplay for a little while, which I don't play that often. Now, it has been requested that I design the Eidsvoll class armored cruisers, but if I can get a new hull in was it 3 months, which might be more suited for it. I don't know. I don't know how what that hull looks like, so might as well wait a little bit. So yeah, we're just gonna go to November and see which of these battle fleets we get a battle with. Let's go. Alright, the tensions are tensioning. The admirals are getting warned, and we get a 2 versus 2 light cruiser battle. So fine, we can do that. We can do that now. And then it looked like we had a meeting too, which might be the big one I was after. Well, it probably is. Let's see, weather is... It says clear. Looks foggy. And here we have the 2 Spanish galleons. Same as we've fought before, well, same class. No, it's overcast. That's what I thought. That's what it looked like. Peninsula. Lead enemy ship. If my 6-inch pea shooters can do something about it. I need to design some new light cruisers as well. Something that can actually do light cruiser things better. These are more like undergunned armored cruisers. Well, they essentially are armored cruisers with the full 4-inch belt. They're coming straight in with their torpedoes. If I can keep at this angle, I should be able to launch before they do. I scored 3 torpedo hits, and I'm unable to avoid their torpedo. I tried with slowing down and turning, but it was just too close. Didn't take that much flooding this time though. As I did last battle. There you go, my 2 torpedoes are heading out. And I will take some torpedoes in return again. Unless... No, I was able to avoid. No, maybe I wasn't. Oh, I was. Excellent. So we've scored torpedo hits on both their light cruisers. 2 on each. And Jofer is now completely out of torpedoes. They must have... Was she low on torpedoes to begin with? Maybe. Maybe they didn't resupply after the previous battle. Or maybe they blew up. No, ran out. She just ran out of torps. So she must have been low from the previous one. Okay, so no more torpedo action from her. At least her guns can still fire. Freydis has torpedoes, but she's limited to 7 knots, thanks to that flooding. If we can just score some good flooding hits on the enemy cruisers, then might even things out, and she can catch up. Jofer will just have to keep sailing, staying out of torpedo range, while trying to make those guns work. Maybe I should have armed these with 7-inch guns. The 6-inch guns are just not really doing the job. Let's switch to AP, see if that works. 3.6 on the main belt. I cannot pen that, but I can go through the fore and aft belts and the superstructure. So you can maybe get some flooding on the bow of Peninsula. Let's get Freydis in here with her torpedoes. She's got 6 left. There we go, flooding hit. I think it was already flooded compartment though, so it didn't make a big difference. But look at Jofer just... There we go. That was a good hit. Look at Jofer just not caring about the enemy fire at all. Still at 100%. They may have more powerful guns, Let's sink Peninsula first. And then Freydis can try and get her torpedoes off against Lepanto. She lost her torpedoes first against Peninsula. That's okay. Jofer, come here. We're gonna have to probably take some torps from Lepanto first. No? Lepanto did not want to launch, but I've got torpedoes ready for her. On this side. Angle wasn't great. Oh, she got an aft torpedo. Both my torpedoes missed. That is bad. I should have turned my torpedoes off until after she had turned. Dead torpedo. If we can just turn the other cheek, because these two will be reloaded soon. No, I don't want Dover to take any torps here. There we go. 2 torpedoes. Good broadside hits. Okay, Freydis, you're done. You can go home. Certainly done your job with the torps. Now it's just up to Jofer to knock her out with the guns. So far, my little Caribbean skirmish with the Spanish is going a lot better than expected. I can switch to 18 now until you get a better angle. But that is mainly down to the Spanish not sending their battleships really to get me. They're just hanging around. I can get some flooding on the bow of Lepanto. That would be nice. But Lepanto scored some flooding on Freydis. Now Freydis cannot fire. And Lepanto seems like she's got some torpedoes ready for me. Not good. Not as if Freydis can do anything to get out of the way. Might as well turn in towards her. And at least see if I can get my guns firing over the bow. Now here comes that torp. But it does miss. Score some more flooding against Lepanto. dead torpedo. The angle was too great. Just a little bit more flooding is all I need through the bow. The forebelt is only 0.7 inches thick. But that combined with a bit of angle might be enough. Ponto still has torpedoes left. She's launched quite a few torps. Freda's actually got some of that flooding under control. Here's another torpedo. No? Thought I saw a torpedo launch. Maybe it was a shell ricocheting. Oh, the Ponto is pumping out the water. Very annoying. You know, this is early game semi-armored cruiser battle right here. Both sides having enough armor to counter the guns of the other side. Come on then. A little bit of flooding. And no torpedoes, thank you. Okay, we should be torpedo safe now. The Ponto is doing 4.6 knots. Dover can slow down too. Freda's is firing. She found an angle at which she can fire. There we go, a bit of flooding again. Okay, Freda's, I want you to fire AP. Finally! Was that a kill shot? Yeah, it was. Thank God. That was a bit drawn out. Yeah, Freda's took some hits. But we sank both the enemy cruisers, so... I mean, that's good. And here we go. We get a big battle against the French. Ah, the French. They got 6 torpedo boats, a bunch of light cruisers, which I've not seen before. So they might be good, they might be bad. They got 4 underwater torpedo tubes each. So I'm guessing 1 on each flank and then bow and stern. The armored cruisers have 4 8.6 inch guns. And the battleship is the same as we saw with the torpedo boats. So we can take those with our own battleships. Yeah, the cruiser fight is going to be interesting. Let's go.